Welcome to Kaleidoscope Toy and Miniature Australian Shepherds. In this video, I'm going to show you some exercises you can do with your puppy before you actually start the lure-based training. So we just had a video on connection with your dog, and so now I'm going to show you what the next step would be. Once you've established you don't chew on me, you don't pull on my clothes, you don't bark in my face, etc. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take a puppy, one that's awake. Here's one. And I'm going to stand it beside me, and I'm going to put it into some different body positions, all right? And I'm not going to give it any commands. I'm just going to place it into position, not that position. So basically what I'm going to do is just scoop the puppy down and put it in a sit. And I'm going to stroke it. And what I'm trying to teach it is when you're in these positions that I like, you're going to get my attention. Okay, now I'm going to let him go because he wanted to go. And this is the opposition reflex again that we talked about in the last video. He's like, I don't want to do that. Okay, then I want nothing to do with you. That's what I said to him. And then he said, okay, well maybe I'm ready to try it again. There was a conversation there. You got to listen to what your puppy has to say. So now that he's back, I'm going to scoop him back into the sit, and I'm going to stroke him a little bit. And this time I'm going to let go of him before he complains about it. Okay? I put him into the sit. I just pick him up, scoop his little butt, sit him down, give him a little stroke, and let go of him. I'm not waiting for him to protest because I already know that he's prone to do that. And now I'm going to take one of his siblings and do the same thing. Scoop him down. I'm just scooping him into a sit, give him a little bit of loving, and then let go of him. And what will happen is they'll start to see, oh, okay, well, when I'm in that position, I get this attention. And we're doing this before we start the lure-based training. We're already starting to teach them the different positions that we would like the puppy to be in. So I'm going to put him in a down. Now, if he doesn't want to go down, it can be a little bit tougher because that puts him in a more vulnerable position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him on a slippery floor. Makes it a little harder for him to fight me. Put him down, good, give him a stroke, and let him go. Okay? So you're trying to teach them, you're manipulating their body into these positions while they're too little to be lure trained. And really, it's good to start this at about 4 weeks. Okay, good. And he doesn't want to go down, and that's okay, because that is a real vulnerable position to be in the down. So we're just going to take the sit right now. Scoop him into the sit. I'm not going to struggle and fight and force him and all of that, okay? If he happened to slide down into the down, then I would like that. Let's see what happens here. There, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, and I'll just let go of him. But I'm not giving any kind of command. I'm just taking the body and I'm manipulating it into the position that I want. If I want the puppy, now I want it to stand up. Good. I'm not saying that to the puppy though. Okay, I'll pretend the camera's not here. So. And I don't say a word to the puppy. So I'm changing his body position and I'm just stroking him. Change the body position and stroke him. So this is going to help to get these puppies ready for when I start the lure-based training. And it also teaches them who's in control. This is another one of those exercises in connection and who is the alpha, who's in control. So you can see the puppy now is just sitting there and it has accepted that. And he wasn't too cool with the down. So let's see if we've got another one that's awake. That one's going to be, come here. Come here. Okay, so what I did was I just made a little call to him, and then I did a little squeaky with the toy and let him respond to the squeak of the toy. This puppy is pretty lively, and so he's probably going to be a little bit tougher than the other puppy because he's got his own opinions, don't you? Okay, so we're going to put him down here. We're going to scoop him into the sit. Good. See, he's a little wigglier. Here you go. See, this is why we're doing this. There you go. I'd much rather get this over with now than when they're 4 or 5 months old. Yay, now I'm going to let go of him because he did what I wanted. Okay, now he's up and he's going. They're getting sleepy. I'm going to put him back in. And I'm going to let go of him because that time he didn't growl at me. And that's one big, huge reason why we are doing this. This is going to be what you do with your puppy before you start all of the lure training. We want them to get used to having their bodies manipulated into a stand and a sit and maybe down, but you don't want to struggle with the down. If there's going to be a big fight, don't even bother with it. Just do the sit and the down, and the sit and the stand. So we've got the connection. We just did a video on connection, and now we're doing a video on just a little bit of body manipulation. And this is really good for puppies. These puppies are only 5 weeks old, so this is really good for small puppies that are really kind of too young for the lure-based training. But even if you get your puppy home that's a little bit older, if it hasn't had any of this, if it hasn't had any of the connection work, if it hasn't had any of the body manipulation, you might want to do some of that before you start doing the lure-based training. But anyway, thank you so much for watching our video. We really do appreciate it. We hope you'll consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, and keeping up with our puppy videos and our training videos to come.